Greetings, mortals. I am Natus, one of the rulers of the underworld, or specifically the ruler of Manga Hell. And today we'll be reacting to the newest chapter of Fire Force, chapter 300. Oh, it's a special actually. See, on the only way. Now, this is exciting. Chapter 300. I'm expecting some great things. This is Fire Force who's bending their laws of physics as they go, literally. So I think this chapter's gonna be apocalypse. Like, I can see Earth transforming into a transformer kind of thing, like going all Primus with the sun becoming Unicron essentially, then going to a fist fight. I am getting in this is what's gonna happen in a chapter title in the 300 chapter of Fire Force. So yeah, let's start with this chapter already. First page. We see Hibana in her weird third eye that makes me question how this looks like in her skull. As the narrator is like, human life has been restored and the world is reborn. What is the answer Zero Bunchaman has arrived to? Then we see Fire Soul, as then we see 4 Fire Souls, and then we get to the proper first pages where we see Inca, Amaterasu, Iris, and Sumeria naked flying in wherever space Haumea has right now. Yep, pretty much naked. Now I believe the one that's I believe the one that's holding her hands together is Iris because of the shorter hair, while in Amaterasu I think it has never like hold her hands like that. So yeah. So anyways, then we get to the proper continuation of the chapters. We have Inca being like, well, not actually. First we have Amaterasu because of the longer hair and the fact how she was standing there, saying everyone's coming back to life. As we see Iris right next to her, as Iris is just kind of like blank, like doesn't say anything, just kind of has a sad face. I have no idea what this is meaning or referring to, or what's gonna happen, but that's what's happening right now. So then we have a bit of a panel with Sumeria. She doesn't say anything, thank God. As we have Inca being like, looks like it. As Inca's like, but since we the pillars chose to resonate with Homea's despair, I think we should wait and see what she chooses. So yeah, I guess the pillars are not gonna come out until Homea makes a choice about not being despair, which gonna make you question about other stuff. Especially Iris, like why is she the way she is right now is weird. So anyways, then we have Homea still crying as we see a bit of the world being restored, which the world right now actually seems to look very similar to Soul Eater a bit more. So I guess the theory that this is prequel to Soul Eater is actually more accurate than we thought. Anyways, then we have Homea saying, I can't believe you would let humanity's despair accumulate into a cataclysm all over again. This is insanity. You escaped that hell just to go back to it. As then we have Shirobashima be like, that's where you're wrong. As Homea's like, now tell me, then what's so different? I guess we're finally gonna get the answer. As we have Shima be like, for as long as there is life in this world, the fear of death can never. I guess now this is someone else speaking. It's like, the fear of death can never be escaped. As long as there is human consciousness, the spirit will never cease. As if she'll be like, that's correct. As if Hamia be like, then why? And then Shima will be like, oh well, I changed things. And someone's like, change things? What could you possibly mean? As if Hachiki-sama be like, I can't pinpoint it, but something's different out here. Yes, the buildings being different, it's still not a pinpointer, or the fact you're alive. Anyways, we have Juggernaut coming there. It's like Hajiki Senpai, what? And then have Hajiki be like, what? And then we have Juggernaut hugging him. As like senpai, as then we have Hachiko senpai's hat falling off in the same manner that Orochi cut Hajiki's hat off. As they have Hachiko, Jonah be like, watch where you're throwing that oh actually that's Hachiko being like, watch where you're throwing that oversized body of yours. As Jona's like, Senpai? As then we have Hajiki be like, What is this? Turn as he like turn around in his half of his body, as the tongue's like sticking out like a little slap. As Jona's like, what gross. And then we have, and I'm like, why is my hat growing? And then we have see John's hat falling down. Like creepy. And then we have the captain of the second company be like, what's going on? As Orochi is right behind him, be like, this is crazy. Sure it is. As then we have Hajiki grabbing his upper half of his hat. It's like, let's see, am I dead? I don't quite remember, but did I die? As then Orochi be like, yeah, I'm the one who killed you. Alright, well, we are not lying or anything. We're just going straight to the truth here. And then Hajime be like, I kind of remember, We ran into each other. Wait, he does? Correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't all Hajime that he saw was like a cloak, purple knights of his uniform and then being cut? Like, is he remembering her from her lower portion of the body? Because I think she still wore her hood over her face and everything when they were encountering it. Or maybe you can see her face from it since the purple knights actually have like more of an opening. As they have Orochi, then as Hajik is like putting his hat back in place, Orochi's like, we sure did. As they have Hajiki be like, well, I'm not one to sweat the small stuff. As Orochi then starts to blush, and she's like, yeah, totally. I'm not either, because I'm so into you right now. Well, straight up saying the facts. As then we have Jonah be like, if not death, what exactly do you call small stuff? I'm guessing this is a bit of a translation error where he's like saying, if not death, then what isn't a small stuff for you? As then we have Orochi going to Hachika's arm, basically rubbing herself like, I'm Orochi. And then she's like, oh, cool, I'm Hajiki. Oh, exactly, instead of a busty girlfriend. You're a champ, Hajiki, you are a champ. I mean, is it this a girlfriend or a wife? Because I'm pretty sure wives kill you while girlfriend just annoy you. But yeah, anyway, then we have the captain of the sector should be like, I'm pretty sure we got swallowed up by those black flames. Then we have Jonah be like, my hands keeps growing and then it comes right off again and again. I'm guessing it's not gonna be something that we're gonna see all too much, but it's gonna be like a running out here, I guess, with Jonah for now. Then we have company two coming back. Well, is there like whatever? Is there like have always had again falling off like its cars? Then we have the girls be like, "What, Captain?" As then we have Obi's hand split open as we see something on the top half of it being like, "Hey, hey," and some kind of face. What? As if Obi like kind of smiles, like, Maki, what's going on? I don't know. And that face is concerning. Is that the doppelganger of Obi? Is it living in his up in his connection point in the neck? As they have Maki be like, your neck is. As they have Vulcan then just pushing uh, Obi's head back in place as he just grabs like a 4-star bandage as he puts it on Obi's neck, which is actually I think the same one or a similar one that uh, uh, you has. It just sticks it together. I guess this guy keep it together. Anyways, then we have Obi be like, once I came back to my senses, I felt like my neck didn't fit right. As then we have Vulcan be like, then let's get you fixed up. As then we have Obi like, hell yeah. As then he and Vulcan took off their shirts starting to flex all over the place as he was just staring at it. I guess gay men like muscular men similar to how lesbians like busty women. I thought that went kind of without saying, but I guess this is fine confirming it. So as we have Fibana also shirtless for some reason. I have no idea. And then he was like, "This feels off. It's more almost feels too relaxed. Did you So and then we have Lick being like, "Did you notice it as well, Sergeant Hinoa? This out of all place feeling. Seems that the depiction of the world, this world, has changed again. If I had to guess, now it's more like a world of madness, or the world of Soul Eater." So, anyways, then we got back to Hameya and Shinoban and Hameya's like, "Shinoban, what exactly have you done?" As then we have Shinoban be like, "When I rebuilt the world, I lessened the value of life." As then we have a close up of his eyes, and so it's like, "You lessen the value of life?" And Shibashima was like, "Yeah." And then we have Shibashima saying, "I made death into something a little closer and more intimate." And then we see him creating, I guess, death from Soul Eater, or the way it has a similar thing, like a black smoke as well as mask. So, anyways, then we get a little funny panel with Kamea staring at it, grabbing those things, or curtains in this case, and putting them together and closing it. Which is very hilarious. Like, she's just such a dumb. Wait, is that how those sort of things were always meant to be used, or is that just something she realized she could use them for? I don't know. So, yeah, I would tell me, I'd be like, "You think that's going to stop me from despairing?" It's not basically like a child, as Shimashima was like, "Saint." As there we have Shimashima be like, "You can decide if I should do things over. If you don't like this one, I'll kick the world into a ship all over again. Let's live it again and again." As there we see a bunch of black smoke coming in all over the place, as I'm guessing the Kamina is crying. As there we have note something saying in Japanese mythology, an Amano Iwatsu was the cave that the goddess Amaterasu locked herself in after Susanoo popped under her seat and she sat in it. Alright? I guess we got a special to what Amaterasu is and what this is supposed to be. As then we have should be like, "This looks like just like the Amaterasu, but she's just going to choose the spirit all over again." As then we have Shaba be like, "Nah, she won. Isn't that right?" As then we have Charon appear behind him. Well, the few characters of people were curious on where he was in the last chapter. As then we, I guess, have a battle of the curtains closed on Homea, as I guess she's aware that Charon's behind Shimashima. As then we have Charon starting to talk with Homea. "It's me." Close over the curtains closed. As they were Charon starting to talk, be like, you still hear that voice of despair, don't you? I know better than anybody the pain you feel from humanity's collective unconsciousness. But I never gave a rat's ass about humanity or their suffering. It wasn't their pain that hurt me, it was yours. As Sean's hitting is like, "That's why I wanted to create a catastrophe as soon as the possible to put Homea out of misery." Then we see like a bit of a close up on Shibashiman's face, who seems to be a bit more upset. As then we have, not sad, upset, he more upset. As in Charles like, "But was one thing I always regretted." As he says now, "I want to see your smiling face, even if it was only once." I guess referring to the fact how they were always masked. As they would have John be like, "You're always crying deep inside. Just because we are at the climax doesn't mean you should climax." Which is kind of true. Like, the story's climax, I think it was even mentioned, like, it was supposed to end around volume 300, about volume 30, and now we are at volume 300, so I think that's very close to it. And the whole climax is funny. As then we have, should be like, "Phew," as Mario, I think was the name, be like, "Good one." As they, which, to be fair, the whole climax could also refer to something else. But yeah, as then we have, I guess that's might be also the joke that she's getting here. As they're trying to be like, "You don't even have to smile, but please, if I could just see your face again." As then we see him look, the curtain being closed. Then we have a close of it. As then we have from the guns being saying, "It's not fair, Shinobanshuman," using Charon as she opens the curtains. As we get this adorable face of Hameya. It's like, and she's like crying and pouting a bit, like, that's cheating, like a child. As then we have uh everyone being like, she's so cute. And everyone knows they're saying this is super stoic, like John stoic, Shunibashima stoic. And although we don't get a good shot of Shu and their mother, they're also very stoic as they're saying it, which is absolutely adorable. As the even narrator is like, proof that cuteness could save the world, and so the saint's despair has been dispelled. Alright, and on chapter 301, choosing the future. I wonder what that's supposed to relate to, and I'm hoping that some of the characters who haven't appeared yet will appear in the next chapter, namely Arrow, because my god, where the fuck is she? Like, there's a guy who put a post on Reddit about missing Sing. And yeah, I have to 100% agree. Where is she? Although, consider the fact Chan was here of all places, maybe Arrow is somewhere close by to await Shu's resummoning. Like, maybe it's gonna be a thing when once Shibashiman splits into back into all three. That's where Arrow's gonna be here and doing all the big sister thing or the maid thing. I don't know, but yeah. Anyways, this is the end of the chapter. So yeah, this chapter as a 300 chapter, it's pretty disappointing, honestly. It's nothing special, but to be fair, I don't think these 100 chapter things are even all that special to begin with. So it's like it's more a chill moment, kind of like winding things down. And I think the thing that about the chapter is like, it's supposed to be like how to solve the problem about death, which is just lessen the value of life. I think in this sense, it actually does make sense why that would be the way to end it. So yeah, we also get like a cute little face, and yeah, it's a pretty chill and calm chapter, all things considered. So yeah, I'm honestly kind of curious about. It also does raise a few questions about what's happening with Iris and all things. Like maybe Iris thinks that now that only one or all can, like, because she's a doppelganger. It doesn't seem like doppelgangers get back to life. Except the old man from Company 7, but every other doppelganger seems to not exist. So maybe that's something that's happening, but I don't know really. So yeah, anyways, I hope you tell me in the comments below what you thought of this chapter. Why you disappointed this chapter for being the 300 chapter? Do you think my idea about the planets becoming transformers and having a fight is better? Well, leave whatever you think in the comments below, and also don't forget to the video, and subscribe to this channel for more videos in the future. And with that said, I cannot wait to see all of you mortals next time. Goodbye.